Hey y'all, so before I get this video started, let me give a quick shout out. These were the first 3 comments in my last video. If you want to be featured in my next video, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell and come show me some love when I drop a new video. What's up, you guys? It's KeAmber Vaughn, aka CoachKe, coming back to you with another video. If you are new to my channel, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. Be sure to hit the subscribe button and also tap the bell so that you are notified of every new video that I post. So as you guys can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be explaining to you guys why I am now using credit cards again for my everyday purchases. Well, really just using one credit card. So I've hinted at the fact for the last couple of videos that I was going to talk about this because using credit cards for everyday expenses like all willy-nilly is kind of like a taboo thing, especially in the debt-free and budgeting community, because one of the biggest influences in this community tells everybody, just close all your credit cards. As soon as you're done paying it, close it. When in actuality, that's not really the best thing for most people. Mainly because at the end of the day, credit still is important. I really don't give a hoot about the whole, oh, you can still get a mortgage with a 0 credit score and stuff like that. Credit does have its perks. And like I've said in various videos, depending on what level of wealthy you want to get to, a lot of times you're going to get there using other people's money. Okay. And by other people's money, I mean getting loans and things like that. That is the way that most rich and wealthy people get rich and wealthy. They do not use their own capital, but it's going to be very difficult for you to ever do that if you don't have a credit score. So I should have been doing this a long time ago, to be honest with you. But I guess like once I got out of debt, it was just like, you know what, any form of debt, I just don't want to deal with it. And also because the only reason I got into credit card debt to begin with is because I was being careless about it. Not careless in the way that most people are. It was just, I was making so much money and it was just like, oh, whatever, I'll pay it next month. I'll pay it off next month. And then next thing you know, it just grew into this insurmountable amount. And really the only credit card debt that I was in was because when I used to fly, I used to go on vacations like a lot. Like literally I probably spent 10 days at home each month. And so when I was flying, I only got one-way tickets. When you have a round trip ticket, most of the time they'll let you use a debit card when you reserve your car. But when you only have a one-way, they require either a utility bill from that particular city, which of course I can't do that if I'm vacationing, or they required a credit card. And so, you know, when you're pulling up to the airport and you have enough time to get to your gate and stuff like that, and I'm just really an impatient person too, I don't feel like sitting here waiting for you to print this receipt out, then I have to go back up to the ticket counter so I can get them to change it to my debit card. I didn't feel like doing all that. So that's how I got into the credit card that I was in. So of course I'm much smarter, and I can't really say I have more patience because I don't think that I do, but I actually don't even rent cars anymore. So I don't really have a problem with my credit card stuff. So anyway, the credit card that I decided to get was the Southwest Rapid Rewards card. This was a card that was suggested to me by my dad. And I actually used to see this pop up all the time because I pretty much only fly Southwest anyway. And I will always just click decline, decline, decline like all the time. And so finally my dad had said something about it. And I was like, you know what, let me look into this card because I have a lot of credit cards. I have the Discover It card. I have a Chase card. I have a Citi card. I have a Bank of America card. And I think all the other ones naturally, I think I might still have my Best Buy card. And I think all the rest of them just naturally closed down because they were like furniture store cards, stuff like that from many, many, many years ago. And I never used them again. But like the major credit cards, most of the time won't shut you down just because you haven't used it in a while. So I decided to go ahead and apply for it. And I was approved right away for like $11,000. And I'm like, I didn't really want that much, but it's not like it really hindered my credit score or anything. So I'm going to tell you guys the benefits of this particular card and why I chose it. But the biggest thing is because I do want to start traveling a lot again, and I know I will primarily use Southwest. I just felt like this was the better thing for me to do. I've seen other cards, like I know there's a I think the Bank of America card is kind of decent on the rewards. And I know my Discover card isn't. The Discover It card isn't what I was looking for. So with this one, I just feel like if I use this for my everyday purchases, and let's say my variable expenses are $800 to $1,000 a month, I'm getting points for every single dollar that I spend. And so I know some experts in this field try to tell you that rewards points are like, listen, no, it's not. Rewards points can actually be rewarding if you use them the right way. If you guys checked out my mock budget from the second mock budget from this month, that particular woman, she uses a bunch of different credit cards. She rotates them depending on the rewards that are available at that time and stuff like that. And it can actually be very beneficial. I know the Discover card that I have, that one I have with my dad, he uses it for different things. But I know that one of the benefits for that one was we used to get a lot of cash back. So especially while I was paying my debt off with that one, I would use the cash back sometimes like as a way to continue to reduce the balance. Okay, so for this particular card, they still haven't taken that $20 off of my card. Okay. So I currently have 26,000 rewards points. And as far as the card benefits, so you get 3,000 anniversary points on your anniversary. You get 2 points for every Southwest purchase. It says there's an auto rental collision damage waiver. So I guess if I do start renting cars again, I can use the card for that. So you get 2 points for the Rapid Rewards hotel and car rental purchases, 1 point on all your other purchases. It also helps you get closer to your companion pass that you can get for Southwest. You can refer friends and get rewards points. It says Rapid Rewards access events. I didn't even see that, but it says attend exclusive events such as ski events, intimate concerts, and even take off on a VIP golf vacation. And it has a little button you could click to see the vacations. Reward seats, 2 times points on Southwest purchases. I thought I said that already. Oh, because that was up there too. What else? Of course, it has like the fraud protection, zero liability protection. You could check your credit score, or it has like, I think, monthly credit score updates and stuff. You can have authorized users, like all of that stuff. You also get baggage delay insurance, which is really important for me. My bags have, knock on wood, honey, I've never had a problem with delayed bags, but just in case. It also has roadside dispatch, and that's pretty much it. All the other stuff is like, oh, you could tap and pay and stuff like that. So this is the card that I particularly chose, and I'm very happy with it thus far. Typically I fly enough, and I haven't been flying a lot the last couple of years just because I've not been in the mood for it. I think a lot of people really think they want to travel a lot until you have to, and then it's like, because that was my problem. I was traveling because I had to, and although I enjoyed it, when it came down to it, I just got burnt out for it. So for the last couple of years, I haven't been wanting to travel very much, but I typically travel enough to where at least once a year I get a free flight, either a free one-way or a free like full, two-way flight, just from the rewards points of me actually purchasing my tickets. So now it's like, if I can get that with the regular way that I purchase flights, if I start using my card when I purchase the flights, then I'm getting double the points and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. As far as like how I'm using the card, again, I'm using it for my everyday purchases. And when you guys see me reconcile my budget on a weekly basis, you know how in my, oh, it's not in here. In my expense tracker, I do have my old planner. Oh, I have a new one too. So you know how in my expense tracker, how I have this part of the page where I have to determine if it was cash, debit, or credit. Basically, all I do is when it's credit, I check it off. And then that Thursday night, when it's time to reconcile my budget before I go into the new week's budget, I count up whatever's in the credit section. I like look at my credit card account to make sure everything is there. And then whatever that amount is that I spent for that week on credit, I go ahead and I pay the bill off. I do not want to pay my bill once a month. It's not that I think I'm going to be careless again and not pay it on time or anything like that. It's just, it'll drive me crazy that when I do my reconciliation at the end of each week, as far as what my checking account balance is, my checking account balance is not going to reflect what it actually should be because some of those expenses were on credit and stuff like that. So I don't want to keep up with that. I rather see my checking account going down on a weekly basis like it's supposed to, not some big huge lump sum coming out at the end of the month. Now, some people I know, they like to do it that way. I personally would rather not. So yeah, so that's the card that I chose. Again, I have a whole bunch of cards. I don't use any of them except that one. I get credit card offers all the time because I have a really good credit score. I think, and I need to update you guys on this, but I'm pretty sure that my credit score now ranges from like a 779, I think, to a 797. Or something like that. I won't probably ever be over 800 again, ever again, because I'm not in debt. And part of your credit score is what you have in revolving credit or in revolving debt and stuff like that. And I don't have any. So I do remember that when I paid off my last debt, which was my car, I remember getting some kind of alerts in various credit apps that I have, or because a lot of different things that I use, like my Bank of America gives me my credit score, Chase does, Citi does, whatever. So I got alerts that my credit score went down, and it was because I no longer had debt. So I think that's stupid, but whatever. So don't strive for 800 because it ain't worth it. But yeah, so that's that as far as my credit card journey and what I'm going to be doing and how I'm going to use my credit cards. If you guys have any questions whatsoever, feel free to leave them down below. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already, but other than that, I will see you guys in the next